MarkyB here, and today this is Cooking in Vanguard, presented by CRAVE Meals. Myself and my other coach Ryan, we're going to be theory crafting new ideas that are helping taking your game to the next level. Let's get into it.
Alright guys, we're loading into Desert Siege, one of the new Vanguard maps. Obviously, first impressions, this map is quite sandy, a lot of broken rubble.
The way the map kind of plays out as well is like you've got this sort of middle area which is a bit of a mixer, quite a lot of SMGs getting up in there.
Yeah, you want your SMGs in the mid building, kind of in those close quarter gunfights. Obviously you want your ARs kind of on the side lanes, kind of locking down these open spaces where there's a lot of head glitches to utilize. In terms of the actual game modes, obviously P1, which is kind of the first hill, is kind of in this trench area. And you kind of, again, you want your ARs to post off on some of the head glitches either side. And then you kind of want your SMGs pressuring mid to maybe cut off the enemy reinforcements as a general rule of thumb, I'd say. And as it transitions, you kind of want to control this side of the map, because if you have these back spawns, you set yourself up for the second hill, which is around this truck, this little courtyard. So again, you want to lock down any enemies that are kind of contesting from the front, or enemies that are trying to come through the buildings on the left, like through mid or maybe train area. And really, on the rotation to the third hill, you kind of want to be controlling, obviously, these back spawns, because this is the third hill and you want to be like locking down kind of the train area. Again, mid building, I think is going to be key.
Top church.
SMGs, top church, yeah. So you kind of want to, with 20 seconds left of P2, you kind of want to like flip to the back to the third hill kind of thing. And then again, on the fourth hill, we're kind of returning back through the train area to this kind of back trains, this little dark kind of maybe bar. I'm not sure what this is, but yeah.
Like a train station, I believe.
Like a train station.
It could be a train
cafe.
station with a bar, potentially, which sounds like a great time.
You can get a Grande Italia. That's a flag, I thought it was a coffee. And then really the last hill is in that mid building, so that's when it's going to get really mixy. You're going to have all your subs, there's all kind of windows, doorways, and you need to utilize all those kind of avenues to get in the building to try and win those mixy gunfights. Really.
Yeah, that might be one of those hills where it's similar to some of the hills on Modern Warfare where we would pull out like a fourth SMG for those incredibly like aggressive mixy hills.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be key for that one.
Yeah, but overall impressions, I like the map. It plays well. I think there's opportunities for SMGs and ARs to do their thing on the map, and overall, we'll see how we go.
Now we're going to get into the next map. It's going to be a bit of Berlin Search and Destroy, which is a very fun map for me. It reminds me a lot of previous maps in Call of Duty series. London Docks S&D sort of comes to mind. It's a map that's very much involved around timings and getting to the right positions at the right time. This B bomb site on the right hand side is going to be, or on the left hand side on defense, is going to be the sort of main one that everyone's going to focus on. It's pretty much like an aggressive site where it's a race, essentially. There's a lot of opportunities over on this side of the map to essentially pull out your knife, try and rush into the bomb site and win a 50-50 gunfight. That's kind of the way it's been playing out so far, and obviously using tacticals and nades to stop the rushes as much as possible too is going to be key to success. But most importantly on this map, I think it's going to be so important to get this top mid control. It controls a lot of the crosses on the map, so if you're on attack, if you rush up to this sort of top middle area here, you can actually see them crossing to low B. Getting that information for your team is going to be key to sort of knowing how much resources you need to send over towards B. But it's not in the sense of there's just one bomb site on this map. I'd say you've got A as well, which is another viable one. There's a lot of...
I'd say first impressions, I'd say A seems to be a lot closer to the defenders kind of spawn, so maybe A is going to be harder for the attackers to get in, but I feel like if you do get in A and you win those fights, then it's going to be almost impossible for the defenders to retake A.
Yeah.
It's going to be very difficult.
100%. It's like one of those maps or one of those bomb sites that it's high risk, high reward, because if you get in there and get the bomb down, like it should be wraps, because it's a very there's a lot of corners, a lot of different spots you can hide in to defend the bomb site. but it's also one of those ones that it's very easy to defend for the defending team, so it's kind of risky, you know. That's why a lot of teams tend to favour B on this map so far, but I'd say A is viable. It's going to be one of those bomb sites that you're going to see off rounds, people throwing like an off round A aggressive rush.
Yeah, and you trade out with numbers and just try and gain control of the site.
Exactly. But overall, I think this map plays very good. It's got 2 viable bomb sites. It's got a lot of sort of usage for tacticals, a lot of rushes to watch crosses, and it's a map that I think will probably play very well in this game, and I think it's probably going to be one of the more staple maps that you see throughout the season in S&D. So Berlin S&D for me is the go-to, and it's a map that I really enjoy playing. Hey guys, hopefully you've been enjoying the Theorycraft, and this has been Cooking in Vanguard, presented by CRAVE Meals and Toronto Ultra. Make sure you like and subscribe, and enjoy your weekend.